Hello, everyone. Good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. I hope that you're well today, and thanks for joining today's session for the PMP review session. So I hope your week started well, and you're holding up well, and even as you are even preparing to sit for your PMP exam. I'm just urging you to keep up the good work, keep putting in the effort, keep interacting with the rest of the guys that are working to get their PMPs as well, and keep attending the sessions here as well. So if you can just post on the chat when you'll be sitting for the exam, and also where you're coming from as well. I'm originally from Kenya, but I'm based out of Dubai. Yeah, so if you can post on the chat where you're from, that would be great as well. Otherwise, I will invite our speaker for today, Isidore, to take over the session. Feel free to post on the chat if you have any questions or any if you want to comment on anything as well. Isidore, are you there?
Hello, Nelson. Thank you.
Right.
Hello, everyone. From everywhere you are, receive our greetings. I hope you are doing well. So we will start. Let me turn on my camera. Okay, maybe Nelson, is it possible to turn on the camera? I think they say. Okay, I start sharing my screen. Can you confirm it's okay?
No, can't see your screen yet.
Is it okay?
No, you're not sharing anything.
Oh. I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, so on the top right, just before after the mic, you will see that share button. When you click it, you'll be able to share the exact screen that you want to share.
Yeah, that's what I did. That's what I did. I don't know. Sorry for that. Can you check maybe if I have all the access?
Yes, if you can see you do have access to share. You do have access to share. If it is showing, are you able to click that?
Yes, I'm
share?
able, and
Yeah,
I choose the
yeah, if you're
diaporama.
sorry.
Yes, and I choose what I want to share, but I don't know what's happened. You don't see, I don't know.
Okay, maybe just log in and log back, log
Okay.
out and then log back in.
Okay, let me try.
Okay, as you're trying to sort that out, just feel free to post on the chat where you're from and when you're sitting for your PMP exam as well. And we will start shortly. Okay. Right. Now we can see your screen here.
Okay. Okay, good. Hello, everyone, again. So we can start now. I'm feeling privileged to have you this evening or this morning, depending on from where you are. So we prepare to discuss with you how we manage change and how we choose the right methodology and how we manage artifacts and issue in project management. As you already have the 35 hours training, we will discuss. We want you to be interactive, okay, to connect with me tonight. So we start with checking some concept and thoughts from this different topic. Okay, so okay, my name is Isidore Fugain. I'm connecting from Douala in Cameroon. I don't know if you know the country of Samuel Eto'o. Okay, I'm in this country. I'm from this country. You can know more about me on LinkedIn, and we can catch up after the session. Yeah, I want to share with you something before we start. It's a code that led me in my journey in project management that helped me to achieve all the projects I have in my experience, also my credentials. So I want to share that with you. Practice make progress. Many roads lead to path, but basically there are only two. You are reason and you are practice. So I want to invite you, by the way, with these two questions. Why PMP is important for you? I want to invite you to define the goals, the objective, the why you are connecting today for this session, and also what is your daily practice for preparing your PMP. You need to have a routine to have a daily practice in this journey. Consistency is the key for this journey. Okay, there's no magic. Okay, it's just practice that we need. At the end of our discussion, we'll be able to explain how predictive and adaptive project life cycles work. Explain what a hybrid development approach is, and we'll be able to decide which kind of development approach or life cycle is best suited for work. At the end, we'll also be able to describe the method for implementing changes during a project. If you are in predictive life cycles project or an agile life cycle project. We also be able to describe artifacts and the strategies for their use to be able to identify the method for implementing a project and the issues and impediments that arise during a project. So let's discuss first about the way of working, or the how can we determine the appropriate project approach in a project. So we start with a checking. As I know that you have already did the 35 hours, so I want to invite you for this discussion to describe the project management approaches, predictive, agile, and hybrid. If can someone take the can someone to share with us about the practice, what characterize the predictive approach? Hello?
Yep. So the candidates do not have their mics on. You have to lift your hand and raise your hand, and then I'll unmute you. So Abdul.
Okay. Thank
Okay.
you very much, Nelson, and thank you, facilitator, for creating time to share your experience with us. So, what determine project characteristics? I mean, in terms of the approach, is essentially driven by several factors from my own experience. In no particular order, I would say if your requirement is key. If the requirement is static, that is, it's not expected to
Static.
change over a period of time, such project is fit for predictive. If the requirement is dynamic, there's a tendency for requirement to change of tune. That particular project will be fit for adaptive. Then another major factor is time to market. If the time to market is how do I put it? It's like you need it yesterday, right? So for such project, it's also good for the agile methodology, otherwise called the adaptive methodology. Thirdly is the level of experience, right? Experience of the resources. If you are working in a team that is very highly skilled and they don't need daily inspection in terms of knowing what to do. I mean, it's something they've worked on in the past. Such projects can also go on predictive. But if you have a resources that are relatively new to a particular technology and they need someone to coach them, you probably want to use the agile methodology so that you can actually inspect on a time-to-time basis using the agile ceremonies like daily stand-up, sprint planning, right? Uh, then I think last but not the least, I would say the nature of the solution, right? When I mean nature is like, oh, the solution, is it regulatory or is it non-regulatory? If you are working on a product that there's a room for you to deliver incrementally, where it's not a regulatory project, incremental delivery is possible, then you want to use agile. But if it's a compliance related project that the regulator want to see everything at once, one it is done, then you want to use the waterfall or the predictive methodology for that. That's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Abdul. Is someone want to add something? I want to invite you. We have to complete or to fill this table. So from predictive approach, what characterize this approach? And about the requirement, as Abdul say, is adapt for static requirement. And what about the change and risk? What can we say? How do we manage change and risks in predictive approach and in agile approach? Can someone add something? Hello?
Yep, so no one has raised. Okay. Nelson?
Okay.
Nelson, your mic is unmute. You can unmute. Nelson, you can unmute. Okay, I think let's continue.
Okay. Okay. Let's continue as. So what is important to have in mind here, experienced project professional choose the best development approach for a project depending on the resources, the timelines, stakeholders, industry, the project work, and many other factors. Each project and situation requires an assessment of what method on or way of working will best apply. So let's take a close to look some important words that will help us to characterize each of these methodology.
Hello?
Okay.
Yes,
Yes.
send me the revised invoice so I pay.
Hello? Someone want to share something? Okay, so let's continue. Okay, so we can have in our mind that predictive approach, there is some characteristics. Predictive approach is plan driven, a linear sequence of activities in phases. That's how we can recognize the way of working in this approach. And phase completion governed by phase gate. So we have phase gate to make control at the end of each phase. And certainty about requirement is high from beginning in this approach. And how we manage change and risk, change possibly is possible, but control. So we have a change management plan in this approach to control every change that will happen during the project. Risk carefully, study, and manage. So in this approach, the way is at the beginning to try to identify all the risk that we can have in the project, and we define the response of this risk, and we be proactive during the project. In the agile approach, the way of working we have is a chain driven, iterative, and incremental. We can work by time boxes, cadence, or continuous flow. The certainty about requirements are unclear or customer driven, so needs further discovery. So during the project, we try to understand the requirement. We try to also because as Abdul said, the requirements are not static. Okay, it's flexible, so it's dynamic. So we need to define time box to learn from each time box to understand more about the requirement and how we manage change and risk. This approach is built on assumption of high degree of change, and we have high tolerance of risks with guardrails for risk management. In the hybrid approach, we tailor to have all these characteristics, the both characteristics in this type of approach. Now, I want to invite you to share with us an example of from your experience to share with us an example of a predictive life cycle. So we have the start of the project until the end. How, from your experience, can we share with us an example of predictive life cycle and show us from different phases how you have managed the project? Does someone want to share something from your experience? Hello?
I can hear you.
Okay, you can raise your hand if you want to share something, to share with us an example of predictive life cycle from your experience. Okay, you know, we usually use this approach in many sectors, like in construction industry. We usually use this approach, and some of the an example of cycle that we can have, of a predictive life cycle that we can have. We can start with a feasibility phase to check some parameter from the project, the viability of the project or the sustainability of the project. And we can continue with the development phase, where we can have many subsidiary phases inside, and we can end with the close phase. So that's an example of a predictive life cycle that we can have. In the agile life cycle, you know, we start with the product vision, where we drive to the product roadmap. This artifact that we show us in the timeline, the different release that we have in the project. So from the product roadmap, we drive to the release plan, and from the release plan, we establish the iteration. So the number of release depend of the project, okay, depend of the context, depend of the complexity, and also it's a decision it's a management decision, you know. And from the release, we can have also, we have to set a number of iteration. This number to depend of the it depend of the team, depend of the project. Okay. From my experience, we use a short time box when the project is more complex, to have a long experience to learn from each iteration. More iterations we have, more we have opportunities to learn. So yes, from the release plan, we establish the iterations, and from each iteration, we have these ceremonies that you know. So I can invite you to share with us the different ceremonies that you have in Agile approach. Someone want to share with us? Okay, how do we manage each iteration? Which are the ceremonies that we have in the Agile methodology? Hello?
Richard? Richard, you can unmute. Richard, you can unmute. Your mic is active.
I think he has an issue. I don't know. Okay, maybe for reminder.
Okay.
When
Yes,
we have.
mic. Can you hear me now?
Thank you, Risha.
We can hear you.
Okay. Thank you so much. Maybe just an idea. Some of the ceremonies when it comes to agile project. We got spring planning. I think that's a ceremony. We got retrospective. I think we got daily stand up, in which we assess ourselves quickly, what we have done for the day, what we plan to do tomorrow. Um, yeah, those are the ones I remember for now. Yeah, but there are a couple of others, I believe.
Thank you very much, Risha. Thank you for sharing. Yes, of course. So when we establish the release plan and we decide the number of iterations we'll have, we start with the sprint ceremonies. So from the beginning of each iteration, we do what we call it's a planning meeting that we have. In this meeting, we make a selection of user stories that we want to do in this iteration. And during the iteration, we have the daily stand-up meeting every day. And at the end of the iteration, we make a review with the product owner and the team and other stakeholders. Most of the time, you have the customer at these ceremonies. The main goal of this ceremony is to confine that each user story that align with the definition of done. Okay, and after the review, we have a retrospective. The retrospective is for the team. It's an opportunity for the team to improve. Okay, it's a ceremony which align with control improvement. So they help the team to improve at the next iteration. And we have other ceremonies that we see at the next slide. So it was just to make a review on this approach. Okay, so depending of how we want to deliver the product, we have many ways that we call cadence. Okay, refers on the timeline and frequency of delivery and of project deliverables. We can decide to have one deliverable at the end of the project. So you have a single delivery, and we can also have multiple delivery for the project. In this with this requirement, most of the time we use agile approach or hybrid approach. We can also have a periodic deliveries. In this with this requirement, the main difference between the multiple and the periodic is the time. So in the periodic, we follow a fixed schedule. Okay, so we can decide to make delivery at the end of each month or be monthly. Okay, before we continue, I will invite you to discuss with this quiz. Okay, I want to invite one of you, okay, to make the discussion and to share with us what you think, and maybe if you others want to contribute, feel free. Okay, so what you have to do is to fill the sentences that you have with this option, with this word that you have: deliverable, development approach, phases, and life cycle. please someone can take the floor and make this facilitation.
Yeah, feel free to just raise your hand and I'll unmute you. Abdul, I know you've spoken before. I'm trying to give someone else a chance. We have Paulina. You can unmute, Paulina. Your mic is active.
Thank you. Let me try.
Thank you,
Project professionals, okay, use a development approach or method which can be predictive, iterative, incremental, adaptive, or hybrid to create and evolve a deliverable, which is a unique and verifiable product, result, or capability to perform a service. Should I add there or should I continue?
Yeah, you can continue, Paulina, please.
All right, thanks. Project passes through a series of logical-related activities called phases from its start to its completion. This entire process is called a life cycle. Acceptance of a deliverable is required to complete a process, phase, or project. Sorry, I have tried.
Thank you very much. Someone disagree? Everyone agree with Paulina? Okay, let's check. Okay, I think we have good answers from Paulina. Thank you, Paulina. So let's just continue the checking. Okay. Or maybe what can let that go? We can. I like this. Maybe this slide. Okay, we can discuss a little bit here. Now we understand the different life cycles and development approaches, cadences, and phases. Why is true that organization, governance, and enterprise environmental factors will be a major determining factor in the life cycle your project follow. You can understand what else may be possible. So here we invite us to think about to think about what can help us to choose the right approach in the project. Then we have some questions that can help us to make these reflections. So how much unplanned work? How does the team prefer to work? So sometimes it depends on what the team prefer. Okay, what cadence suits our work? So depending of the cadences as we see, single, periodic, or multiple. This depending of that we choose the right approach. What does the customer want? Is incremental value deliverable even important to them? If the answer is yes, we have to explore how we can have an incremental delivery during the project. What's our schedule? Do we want a steadier building approach or a faster space? So here is some question to help us to choose the right approach. I want you all also to make a review about this tool from Ralph Stacey, which help us to choose the right approach depending of the complexity of the project, depending of the certainty of the project. So globally, what we can say is that when we have a contest, a project with a low complexity, so a simple project, where we have fixed requirements, and also a low uncertainty, it's better to use predictive approach. When the requirements are dynamic and when the uncertainty is high, it's better to use the adaptive approach. Okay, so I invite you to have this access complexity in mind to choose the right approach that can help you to make this assessment. Okay, so a review as we did. Okay, as ceremony, we have the sprint planning, the daily scrum, the sprint review, and sprint retrospective. Okay, I will invite you also to make a checking on the change management in project. Okay, by this question, what constitutes a change in a project? Can we have an insight from someone? Hello.
Yeah, please raise your hand if you'd like to attempt the question.
What's an example of a change in a project that we can have? In this reflection, we invite us also to think about where change can come from. Yeah, okay.
We have a few hands. Maurice, go ahead.
Okay, thank you, Maurice.
All right, thanks. So I'm going to go with the first one. What constitutes a change in a project? The way I see it, a change is an internal or external element that might affect either of the project constraint, being time, cost, or quality of the delivered output. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you, Maurice. Can someone want to share with us what you think about the second question? Can a change come from anywhere? In a project? I think we have the hand of Risha. I don't know if you want to share. Someone else? We can also think about the third question. How does the life cycle and development approach affect our response to change?
Yeah, Soliwe.
Good evening, colleagues. I think change can come maybe from budget or scope or any other unforeseen circumstances during the project.
Yeah. Thank you. I agree with you. Okay, a change in the project can come from anywhere, internal to the project, from the organization. A change is something that changes one of the baselines or measures. Okay, you know, in predictive approach, we have baselines, scope baseline, cost baseline, and schedule baseline. So most of the time, when you have to change your project, this can impact our baseline. And changes can come from, you have many causes, okay, of changes, but here is the most important that we can share today, the inaccurate initial estimate. That's why we have to use all the techniques and the tools to make estimations. And when I think about estimation, can someone share with us just a checking the different techniques of estimation that you have? Hello.
Anyone?
Hello.
Estimation techniques?
Yeah.
Okay. Richard?
Yes, thank you. I think let me try with this question. Some of the estimation techniques are got parametric technique, which are most statistical, and we have a bottom-up technique, which is more in detail, but it takes time. There's, I think the other the work breakdown structure is broken down. That's another one. We got analogous technique, which we use another project that was previously implemented. We use the information and we can project to estimate, but that is not that accurate. And another one could be, I think those are the ones I remember for now. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Risha. Someone wants to add something? Okay, so here's an important thing that we need to have in our mind. This cause arises from lack of experience, lack of information, or inaccurate data that we can have, or excessive optimism. So we have to use all the techniques that we have, depending on the context, depending of the detail of information that we have. Okay, another cause of project change is new regulations. That's why we invite us to be aware of change around the project. So in the environment of the project, we talk about enterprise environmental factor. Okay, external factor can impact change in the external factor can impact our project. Miss requirements. That's why we need to explore all the techniques too that we have to collect requirements. I just invite you to think about all these techniques. Okay, brainstorming and all the techniques that you know, and specification changes that you can also have during your project. Okay. Okay, we make the same checking here, depending of the project life cycle. How do you manage change in the predictive approach? And how do you manage change in an agile life cycle project? Just to share with us some key words that we have in the change management process in predictive life cycles. Any insight? Feel free, guy. Okay, we are here tonight just to talk. Okay, to discuss. Okay. Change control board. Thank you, Larry. What else? Hello, you can write in the chat. We need some keywords that we have in the change management process or plan in the predictive lifecycle project. The change control board. The change control process. Okay, let me take, okay. Yeah, thank you, Nicolas. Okay, can someone try in the agile approach? Just to share with us, how do we manage? Change request, thank you. Thank you, Paul and Joel, in the predictive approach. Integrated change control process, I like it. The word integrated, okay, integration. Okay, now can we try in the predictive, in the agile, in the agile life cycle, some keywords. Agile changes must go through the product backlog and prioritized by the product owner. Yes, the product owner has a high responsibility in the change management in this process. Agile in the next sprint. Maybe Larry, if you can if you can open your mic and share with us more what you want to say, that will help us. Respond to change over following a plan. Okay, that's in the predictive, Abdul. Okay, let's see. Okay, so just to have this overview, in the predictive change management, we perform change management through integrated change. We have to talk about integrated change, the control linear process that we have, and you have important tools and artifacts that we have in this process. The perform integrated change control process and the change request process, the change control board, the artifact management updates that we have to do. In the agile approach, the product owner role is a key role in this process. Is key decision maker and hunt backlog. And how I want to invite you to some review. At which ceremonies in the agile approach do we implement changes? Can someone try? Backlog refinement, thank you, Bankol, thank you. Yeah, okay. At the sprint planning too, we can implement changes from the last iteration. But remind that in the agile approach during the iteration, no change is possible. I hope you remind that, okay? So the change is before and after the iteration. After when we select the user story at the sprint planning, we start the iteration. During the iteration, we can't not make a change on the user story during the iteration, okay? I hope you are getting me. Okay. In the hybrid approach, we have all this content that we can have in to manage. Okay, let's go. I think this process, you have it. Just to remind, the 4 type of change requests that we have: the corrective action, the preventive action, the defect repair, any change. Okay, keep it in mind. And we can also remind that the change control board have a key role in the change management in the predictive life cycle project. Okay, let's jump to make a checking on artifact. Okay, can someone want to share with us the importance of artifact in the project? Can we manage a project without an artifact? Why? Why are artifacts important for the project? I want you to speak, guy, please. Can someone want to share something? Banco say no. No for what? Hello? Okay, you can write on the chat. Okay, so just keep in mind, artifacts enable reconstruction of the history of the project and to benefit other projects. Okay, so we use artifacts to also make communication. Okay, when you want to build a collaborative team to have an efficient, how do we say it? To improve the communication in the project with the team and also with the stakeholders, we use artifact to make communication. Okay, and we also use artifact to make the history of the project. When you talk about organization process asset, artifact are the asset for the project and also for the organization. Okay, thank you. Thank you for sharing. Okay. And when we think about artifacts, you have also to think about their life cycle. Okay. As a project has a life cycle, any artifact has a life cycle, like a product also. Okay. And to maintain an artifact during his life cycle, we need some tools. We talk about project management information system and also artifact management system that will help us to create, to store, and to maintain artifacts during the project and beyond. And you have many solutions, many technologies that will help us to implement this project management information system. We have Microsoft project. Also, we have solution from Google. For those who are in construction, we have BIM, we have Jira. So we have many solutions that can help us to manage artifact. Which solution are we going to choose in our project? It depends on the project. Okay, depend on the project, on the context, of the requirement from the stakeholders. In a public project, we depending of the requirement of the stakeholder, as I say, you can use a little management system for a small project, only with Excel. Okay, so it depends on the project. Okay, we talk about the life cycle of the artifact. During the life cycle, we have to think about how to store and how to distribute the artifacts. And here is a good practice that we have to keep in mind. Select an accessible location for the team and for the stakeholder, depending of their interest of the project. Use information agitators to make work visible. The storage and distribution system should match the complexity of the project. We can use cloud-based system for larger projects, especially if teams members are geographically distributed. By this, Bull, I want to invite you also to make a checking about the virtual team, okay? Everything that you learn around the virtual team, how do we manage a virtual team, their content, okay, and the solution that we can have to improve the collaboration, okay? And Artifact also will help us when we have a virtual team to communicate, okay, to make communication or to improve involvement of the team member. We also need to standardize artifacts, okay. Here I want to invite you to share with us some artifacts that you know in the predictive and in the agile approach. Let's try in predictive, some artifact that we have. Hello. You can write, you can take the mic, you can raise your hand. Okay, so here I need you to share with us some artifacts that we have in the predictive approach. Yes, project charter. Thank you. What else? Project scope statement. Thank you. Let's try risk register, requirement management plan. Yeah, good. Requirement document. And what's the main artifact? What's the most important artifact that we have in a predictive approach? Okay, business case. I guess for code. Project management plan. Yes, that's what I wanted to see. Okay, communication management plan. All these are how do you call project? Okay, register. Okay, risk register. Okay, good. Okay, and in the agile approach, can we share? In the agile approach, which artifact do we have in this approach? Product backlog. Thank you. Sprint backlog. Yes. What else? Artifact. Yeah. Okay. Let's have on the screen, but just we can note that these lists are typical but not exclusive or prescriptive. Okay, so depending on the project, and we have many other artifacts that they are not on the screen. Okay, so thank you. I think you know what it means when you talk about artifact. Okay, and to maintain artifact, we have to use configuration management plan and configuration management system. You have also to think about version control. That's very important. Okay, you know, depending on in the complex project, if you don't care about the version control or the configuration management, you can be lost inside documents and artifacts. Okay, so just imagine a project like the Dangote project, the refinery Dangote project. You can imagine the number of artifacts in this project. So it's an important topic in project management, how to manage artifacts. Okay, thank you. Okay, let's talk about issues. I will invite you to share with us. Okay, I think everyone knows what mean issues, a condition or situation that may have an impact on the project objective. Most of the negative impact. Okay, most of the time. And to manage issue in the predictive approach, we have issue log. In the adaptative, you have impediment log. Okay, is as the structure is the same. Okay. Let's make also a check to compare the risk and issue. Okay, you have to keep in mind that risks are focused on the future, while issues are focused on the present. Risk can be positive or negative. Issue will always be negative. Risks are documented in the risk register. Issues are documented in the issue log. Response to the risk. We use risk response to respond to the risk. Okay, response for the issue is called workaround. Okay, there's so many difference that we have between the two concepts. Okay, because we can have a confusion about that. An issue can come from every aspect of the project, from quality, communications, procurement, scope, change control, or from risks. Okay, issue can be can come from the risk. Okay, it can be when a risk happen. Okay, it become an issue. And to make a review, okay, here is a template of issue logs. To remind, we have at the first column the ID, the description, the open date of the issue, and the due date, the priority, depending of the impact, okay, on the performance of the project. Okay, it can be on the quality, on the schedule, on the cost, the honor, the response that we and the status that the status of the issue, and you can also make some comment to understand more about the issue. So here is some guidelines that we have to follow to improve our issue management. So first, as issues arise, promptly add them to the issue log. So that's the first thing to do. Assign an honor to each issue. Give realistic due date. Okay, as we think about objective. Okay, a due date will be, I don't know if it's smart, will be realistic. Okay, that's very important. Discuss issue at every status meeting. Limit open issues to a manageable number, and don't hesitate to escalate if effects are major. Okay, here the guideline that we have to follow to manage issue in project management. Okay, I think we can move directly on to some practice question. Maybe before, I want you to share with us, okay, from your experience, how does your team solve problems when an issue arises? Hello, is someone? Does someone want to share with us? Hello? Okay, no hand raised. I think we can go directly to some practice questions. Okay. Here I will invite.
Oh, okay, we hit. No worries. Just go ahead.
We have a hand.
No worries. The hand was dropped.
Okay, but you can share if. Sorry.
Yeah, you can unmute Jide. Your mic is active now. You can unmute your mic.
I'm never to unmute. Okay.
Yeah, it shows that your mic is active. I just activated it. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I think we can proceed.
Okay. Okay, we have some contribution in the chat. First, analyze the whole course. Yes. Okay, you need to register and issues and assess its impact. Good. Okay, thank you to Diet and Solive. Okay, if you don't mind, I think we can move to practice question. Okay, here I will need your involvement, okay, to make it interactive. So I will invite one of you to take the lead to facilitate, okay, to read the question, and we let each of you to share the answer in the chat, okay, and we discuss after. Is it okay for you? Okay, so let's start with the first question. Someone can unmute his mic to read the question. Hello?
So must we read the question to everyone?
Thank you. Sorry.
Question 1. Company G has a goal of increasing customer satisfaction within 4 months and initiates a project to meet this goal. The project manager needs to identify best practices. Which method should the project manager use to accomplish this? A, benchmarking. B, emotional intelligence. C, facilitation. D, affinity diagram.
Okay, share your answer in the chat. Okay, we are 71 connected. So please share your answer.
Yep, I think the two answers that are coming up on the chat are facilitation and benchmarking. That's A and C.
Yeah. So I want to invite those who choose C, okay, to share with us the reason.
Anyone who picked C, just feel free to raise your hand.
You have Telma. Mansa, please can you share with us why you chose C? My mic cannot unmute.
Yeah, so I have enabled everyone's mic right now, so we should be able to unmute.
Okay, thank you. I think for the company to practice like this, to have best practice and achieve these goals, there's need for facilitation by the project manager, other than benchmarking. What will they be benchmarking again? I choose like facilitation because it's a more collaborative approach.
Okay, Telma, thank you for sharing. I don't know if Mansa want to add something. And those who choose A, are you agree with Telma? We see that you are not agree. Why? Hello?
Hello, sir. I didn't understand your question.
No, it's okay, Telma. Thank you. I'm inviting the others to share their point of view about your insight. Hello, those who choose A, let us know your reason.
Yep, go ahead, Nelson.
Oh, all right. Thank you, my brother. Yes, I chose A because of the keyword here, identifying best practices. So when you're identifying best practices, you're actually benchmarking, looking at your organization processes, and you compare them to other organizations. Then you you copy or you get those practices, best practices from other organizations of which you don't have. So in that way, you're benchmarking.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I really appreciate there are some keywords, okay, in the test. So I want to invite you to, okay, to for PMP questions, some tips to answer question. Is the first thing is to identify the keywords in the sentence, in the test, okay, and now you can proceed by elimination, okay. So in this sentence we have this keyword. The project manager needs to identify best practices. Okay, and when you define the tool as benchmarking, is referred to compare what you want to do according to the similar project or the project in the other organization, where you can identify some best practice that you can implement in your project. Okay, so here is a simple question for PMP. Okay, so the right answer is benchmarking. Okay, benchmarking should be used to identify best practice. So the keywords here is best practice. Okay. Does that make sense? Okay. So let's try the second question. Someone want to read first?
I think for the sake of time, you can just give them 1 minute to read and then give the answers on the chat instead of someone reading.
Okay, thank you. So you have 1 minute to. Okay, continue. Let's try. There's no wrong answer. Okay, we just give a feedback to improve your skills for this credential. So just try, okay, to choose an answer. Okay, good. So I think we can discuss now. Okay, we have many. We have different points of view. Okay. We start with those who think that D is correct. Okay, those who choose the answer D, the option D, can you share with us can you share with us your insight, please?
Okay. I have chosen D because this is it was not a part of the work, so they have to exclude it from the parcel from the project, and they have to propose a new separate contract when it becomes clear. So that is why I chose D.
Okay. Okay, thank you for sharing, Paulina. Those who choose C, let us know your reason and why you are not agree with Paulina. You have many C in the chat. Please unmute your mic and share your point of view. Hello, Larry. Can you share with us your insight? Hello. Hey, we can continue if you can share. We can discuss. Okay, it's a conversation that we want to have tonight. Okay, so please share your point of view. You have many C in the chat.
I think, can I come in?
Yes, let's go.
I chose C. I think the quick thing to do is to raise the change request, and then so that the deal can be revised and have a proper agreement of what exactly needs to be done now, because the scope has changed. It's no longer the same scope that they agreed on. So I think before they can move forward, they need to resolve the scope first and the price. So that's why I chose C.
Okay. What do you think about the option D? Why don't you choose D?
I think choosing D is risky because just executing all the works without first agreeing on the portion that is now said you have to do and what you have to leave out is risky, because you first have to have something written down as a deal of what needs to happen first before you move on executing the work.
Okay. And about the option E, what do you think about that? About E?
About E?
Yeah.
There's no E here, or else I'm looking on the wrong thing.
Sorry, I'm trying to. sorry for that. I think you understand that I'm trying to speak English. Okay, I hope that my English is not too bad. Okay, I'm talking about A. Okay.
Oh, okay.
A. Sorry.
Sorry. subtract the password.
As I say, I invite you to think about these tips elimination process. Okay.
Yes.
So you should have the reason of elimination.
Yeah.
What not? Yeah. Okay.
I think the reason I choose this scene is because if I'm looking at the question, it's talking about to do quickly to close the deal. Before closing the deal, you need to understand what are you talking about. You see. So I think that's why I'm saying C is appropriate.
Okay.
Because you need to examine
so,
what is exactly that you need to do at this point in time, and then what you have to accept. So subtracting whatever that has to be out of the scope, and then determine what you need to do, and then come to the price, and then close the deal. So that's why I'm leaning towards C.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Silfeli. I hope I pronounce it well. Thank you. We have some hands. I see one hand here. Okay, so let's invite those who choose A.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I think I actually choose C as well. Just based on the fact that one, there is a initial contract portfolio signed, and at the point of signing, there is a change. So since there's a change, there is need to reevaluate what these changes are and the impact on the project. So considering that, option C becomes the best option that gives us room to check the scope, check the price, and also come up with unnecessary information that is available to enable us proceed with the contract. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, James. And now I want to let those who choose A. We have Bankol. The right answer is A. Okay. So I want to invite Bankol to share with us why he chose the right answer. Okay. Bankol? Okay, can't enable my mic, but I don't know why. I want to change to okay. Why, Paulina? You can share with us why now we want to change to the for this option.
Because at first maybe I was fast when I read through, so now I think they want something that is very quick. So therefore, when you say something that is quick, I'm thinking of adaptive.
Okay.
That's why I chose A.
Okay.
Yeah. Good.
All right. I can speak now. Can you hear me?
Okay.
Can you hear me? All right. Thank you.
Perfectly.
Okay. Good evening. So I choose A. I look at the question. They are looking at building a complex, and the complex meaning that they have. It's not only this particular parcel of land that has. It's only this particular parcel of land that has issue. Others parcel of land that need to be developed does not have any issue. So we have scope. So and I think the reason why I should say is that the reason why the prime contractor is looking at waiting since they pause the development of that particular parcel to get the study. It can remain the scope can be retained. Why the expunge the pricing, the quote for this particular land that is affected, and focus the development on the other one. Since they said they said it's very quick, they need the development to be very quick. So you can use iterative method to actually get it done. That's the reason why I choose that option A.
Yeah, thank you. So why I want to add something for your on your insight. You know the project management principles that you have in the PM Box 7th edition. You have one principle which invites us to be focused on value. Okay, is also aligned with what we call agile state of mind. So in this case, we have to select the options that will not postpone the beginning of the project. That first thing, and this option will help us to maximize the value for this project. Okay, so the option A is the option which is aligned with these principles. Okay, with option A, we are not going to postpone the beginning of the project. It's an option to start first. Okay, then for the requirement that we need more information, we can have it through an iteration. So this option will help us to, it's a way to implement an hybrid approach. Okay. Is it okay for everyone? Is it okay for everyone?
No, not for me. I think I've got a question, because in this case now they are saying the contractor, not the project manager. Now this is a service provider. What about his risk?
What about the risk? Okay,
yes,
good question.
On his side as a service provider, because this question is not based now to the project manager on what it's based to the contractor. So now, on a business point of view, what about his risk of getting to execute the works without agreeing on every aspect? Remember, when you priced, you might have been priced. You might have priced them with inclusive of knowing that the scope is too much, and then made some discounts there and there. Now things are changing. Maybe the overheads needs to be reconsidered, or some of those things. So that's why I'm trying to understand you, but somehow I'm losing it.
Okay, so in this case, the prime contractor have a hat of a project manager in their point of view. You know, you have many projects, even in construction, where you have many stakeholders: contractor, engineer, the owner. In each organization, the person who lead activities in this organization have a heart of a project manager in this organization.
Okay, I get you.
Okay.
All right.
Does that make sense? I hope I try to explain it. Okay. Sorry.
Yes, it does. Sure.
Okay. You can see even in the public public market, public project. Okay. In a public project, when we hire an engineer, we hire a contractor, we hire you can hire also a project manager. Okay, so the project manager have the whole to manage all these stakeholders, but in each organization, the person who represent the organization has also the heart of a project manager from this organization. Okay. I hope it's okay for you. Okay. as I say, this option A, is the option that will help, that will ensure us that we will not postpone the beginning of the project. Is you have a case where we have you have fixed requirement and you have also dynamic requirement. So it's an hybrid case. Okay. So let's go to the question 3. Okay, so we take 1 minute and after that we share our answer in the chat. Okay, let's try. This one is easy, guy. So you have to give our feedbacks early. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so I will invite those who has chosen the answer A to share with us the reason. Okay. It's not because we start with an answer that is not the right answer. Okay. I see in the chat. So let's try answer A. Why is it the right answer for you? You have many answers. I said, Mohammed. You want to hear your voice here. Mohammed, can you share with us your smile tonight? We have Mohammed, we have Dibier also, who chose answer option A. Can you have your feedback, please? There's no wrong answer. It's just a feedback that we give to improve ourselves. As we say, practice makes progress. By sharing your answer, you receive a feedback too. Okay. Let's try, guys. Let's try. Okay, maybe those who choose B can share their point of view.
All right, can I go for B?
Okay, James, thank you.
Yeah, okay. So in this case, there is a contemplation to add a new feature in the product, in the project deliverable. So the best option would have been seeking approval, which is C, from the project sponsor. Or however, the project management plan define how and through which means the change management process will be done. So that's why I go for B. So since the approval needs to come from individual identified in the project management, which might or might not be, the project sponsor might or might not be included, but it has been defined that these people will manage this change process in the project. Thank you.
Thank you, James. Let's stay, James. Can we share with us some keywords you have in the test?
Okay.
Hello, James.
So,
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So for the keywords, so for the keywords,
Sema acha kila kitu. Sasa uoaji kwa wanawake wengi ni mzuri, lakini ni mbaya. Ili mradi wanawake na wanaelewana, lakini wanawake kuelewana ndio wake wawili.
Oh, please, can you mute your mic if you are not participating here? Okay, James, please share with us some keywords that help you to choose option B.
some of the keyword is one, the new feature.
New feature.
Yeah. And I think that's just one of the basic key features there.
Okay. So with this, if you choose if is according to these words, new features, why don't you choose option A or C or D?
For verifying deliverable, for verify requirement, okay, that should be if we're already in the execution process and there's a product, so you can seek for verifying the requirements. I don't know if I'm right, but then for option C, like as I said, yeah, approval should go through the project sponsor. But however, the project management plan define how change should also be made in the project. So that becomes the driver for me to choose B. So since this project sponsor can also be part of the project management, the MOC, the change control board, which is defined in the project management plan. So I don't know if I'm right, but that's just some of the contemplation I made while going for B.
Thank you very much, James. Someone want to add something? If you're not agree, or if you agree with James, if you want to add something.
I just wanted to take it off from where James stopped in terms of the keywords, right? So if you look at the second line in the question, it says which mandatory steps must a project manager take before a project team can start working on this new features? So that word mandatory, it's making reference to if you also it's correlate with ensure option B, which state that ensure that approval from a responsible individual, right, identified in the project management plan, which is like the ultimate driver of any project. That is the project management plan that like a wheel in a car, which the driver used to or drive the car to any direction. Project management plan, it's also a directive which it is used to drive implementation. So that's the reason why I choose B.
Thank you very much. I think that's the answer. Okay, that's the answer and the reason. As we say, is clear. Okay, I don't have nothing to add. Okay, you have keywords in the second sentence. Mandatory step must a project management take before, okay? And when you rate the different options, the option which is aligned with this question is B. So thank you. Okay, let's move to the question 4. Okay, you have 1 minute to rate and to share our answer in the chat. Let's go, guys. Please share your answer in the chat. Let's go, guys. Okay, thank you. I think it's time to share your insights to justify your answer. Okay. Those who choose BCE, can you share with us? Okay, we have James. Okay, thank you, James.
Yeah, I think what I did here was to use elimination method. Obviously, we don't have any change in stakeholder. So as a matter of fact, so stakeholder register is out. When you look at the next one is risk. There's no risk imposed on this, and they say it has been added, which means if there is risk, it's be considered and everything has aligned. So automatically, we don't need to update the risk register. So I now selected then the stream backlog, definition of readiness, and resource management plan.
Okay. Okay, so let's have other point of view. We have Mohamed. Mohamed is the same thing, okay. We also have Josephine. Banco is the same thing with James, okay. Can we have another insight? What can we add to what James said?
Sorry, regarding BCE or BCD, which one should I?
What did you choose?
I have chosen BCD.
Okay, share your answer. Share your insight.
Okay, I didn't choose A because there's no new change stakeholders. And E, resource management plan, there's no new resources or staffing changes. So I chose B, sprint backlog, because it reflects the new task output the agile team will work on. And C, definition of ready. We have to ensure that ML output is available before stories can start. And D, risk register, it captures the new risk from ML processing and fixed dates. That's why I chose BCD. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Everyone choose sprint backlog. Who didn't choose sprint backlog? I see sprint backlog. Okay, so let me share. That's the right answer. Okay. As you said, when we proceed by elimination, stakeholder register, no, because we are not talking about a new stakeholder or a change on a stakeholder influence or interest or impact. Okay, we are not talking about stakeholders. Okay. So we can eliminate stakeholder register. Sprint backlog, as we have say when we were discussing about change management in agile approach. Sprint, when do we have sprint backlog? Let's check in again. I will invite you, maybe James, okay? James, how do we obtain the sprint backlog in an agile approach?
Okay. Yeah. For agile approach, the product owner needs to update the sprint backlog as soon as a new activity is being added after aligning with the customer. So the sprint backlog needs to be updated and reprioritized as well.
You know, we are talking about the sprint backlog, not the product backlog.
Okay, sorry. The agile team needs to do that.
Okay, what I want to hear is that we develop the sprint backlog at the sprint planning meeting at the beginning of the sprint. And when we have the sprint backlog, we can't change it. Are you getting me?
Yeah. Yes.
We can't modify, we can't change the sprint backlog when we define it after the sprint planning meeting. So during a sprint, there is no change that we can make.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Okay, it's only the product. Yeah. It's only the product backlog that can be updated.
Yeah. Okay. Is it okay
That's
for
correct.
everyone?
Yeah, I think we have okay. Yeah. I think.
Okay. So
yeah,
in an agile approach, we have we can make change during the journey of the project. That's a fact. Okay. But during a sprint, when we define the sprint backlog, you have to follow until the end of the sprint. If you think about any change, we discuss about that during the next sprint planning meeting, or maybe during the ceremony that we call affinement. I think the word in English. Refinement. I think the word.
Is it refinement?
Okay, refinement. Okay.
Or grooming?
Good. Yeah, or grooming. Thank you. Okay. So we can't change. It's not retrospective. Okay. It's grooming or refinement. Okay. So this ceremony is out of the sprint. Okay, it's not a ceremony that we have during the sprint. Okay. So what you have to keep in mind is that the sprint backlog, we can change the sprint backlog during the sprint. Okay. If you want to make a change, you wait until the second the next iteration. Okay. So that's why we eliminate the option B. Okay. So we have the three option definition of ready risk register and resource management plan. Okay, and so here's the reason we can discuss. We can share with you. Or the definition of ready is updated to ensure that the ML output triggers the agile team's analysis. The risk register is updated to plan for risks relating to adapting and learning new technology and ways of working. The resource management plan is updated because the machines running the ML routines are resources necessary to complete the work. Okay, so here's the feedback that we can share for this question. Let's try the question 5. Okay, in 1 minute, please. Is it okay, Pauline, now? Is it okay, Pauline?
Fine, I got
okay,
it.
so
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So let's try question 5. Okay, take 1 minute and share your answer, please. Thank you, Mohamed. Okay, share your answer, please. Share your answer, please. Good. Yeah. Yes, Elvis, do you want to share with us your insight?
No, nothing for now. Nothing for now. Nothing.
Don't mute your mic. Try to say something, please. You want to hear your voice. Okay. So
I just joined. I just joined now. I will definitely participate in the course of the session.
Okay. Thank you. Someone want to share his answer, his insight? I want to hear for those who choose D and E. Monica, can you share with us your view about this question? Hello, Monica. Or maybe Oji? Oji from Niger. Can you share with us your insights? Or everyone? Okay, everyone can open his mic and share with us.
Okay, can I speak?
Yeah, Abdul, thank you for participating.
Okay, I choose C and A. And the reason why I choose C and A is the question, the underlying issue in the question is silo, which means there's misalignment, right? So, and when you have a misalignment, what you try to do is to look for a common goal. And C and E in are these options that have common as a keyword. So C state that create a common Kanban board to queue in and track progress for both teams. What that means, both teams are now sharing the same project tracker, or what is called, just give me, I'm trying to get the right words now. I think is information radiator. Yeah. Then the sharing, by sharing the same information radiator, it makes the both team to align. Then D also say define a common milestone and overall dependency network to be used by both team. So these are reason why I choose C and A.
Thank you very much, Abdul. Are you agree with Abdul? Everyone? Okay.
Okay, yeah, I think for me, yeah.
Okay, share your point of view. No, share your point
opinion.
of view. No, yeah, share your point of view, please. Yes, Elvis, share your point of view, please.
Okay, for me, I will go with D. I think by breaking down the project package means that we're going to hand them over as separate packages, not as one. By doing so, I think by doing that in separate packages, I think we can achieve, we can align at the end of the day. But once, if the project is done as one project, it becomes difficult for us to align. But if we put it in packages, in different packages, we can align at the end of the day.
Okay. So, do you think that in this case, it's a matter of complexity of the on the deliverable, or it's a matter of communication?
For me, I think it's a problem of complexity, not communication.
Okay, which keywords help you to think like that?
Because this project is a hybrid project, like we said.
Okay, so you think it's about hybrid?
Yes. Being hybrid means we don't know, we don't have any expected outcome.
We don't have an expected outcome in the hybrid. No. Okay, you know, in the hybrid,
it's a combination of the predictive and hybrid is a combination of predictive
and agile.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So here are the keywords. Okay, as Abdul said, it's a matter of communication. Okay. And we have many keywords that help us to understand that. In the second sentence, the predictive and agile teams seem to be working in silos. Okay, what does that mean? Hello, Elvis.
Hello.
Working in the silos. What does that mean?
No idea.
Working independently.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. It means that each teams are working in their side. I think it's the word. Okay. Without any communication, and because of that, we have a misaligned deliverables. So that's the keyword, which highlights that they say communication matter in this case. And the question also have a keyword. Which two measures would most effectively enable teams to better synchronize their deliveries? Okay. So we have all in the case, and the option that we have, which is better aligned with the case, is to create a common Kanban board. Okay, that will help us to have a more visibility, transparency on deliverables. To define common milestone that will help us to improve the issue that we have about schedule. Okay. Is it okay, Elvis?
It's okay, understood.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for the clarification.
Okay. So I think let's go to the next question. Question 6. Yeah.
Sorry. Wait, I know we would like to continue, but we are over time.
Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry,
Yeah.
Nelson.
No worries at all. I think what we can do is that if you're okay to share this, and I will share with the candidates after this, probably tomorrow, and then they can go through the questions at their own time.
Of course, yes, it will be a pleasure to share with them. Okay, so guys, thank you. Okay, thank you for your attention. I hope we have I hope you have a new in your preparation. I wish you good luck and to be focused. Okay, as keep in mind, practice makes progress. Okay, sorry for my English. Okay, I try my best. Okay, maybe next time I will improve. I'm trying to improve my English now. Okay, for me, this session too is an immersive opportunity for me. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Asito. You have been great, and your English is just fine. So I think the candidates really found the session to be very insightful, and even the questions that you put together. So thank you so much for just taking time again to go through this for the past 2 hours. And to the candidates, thank you for being here and attending this session. I'm going to share the WhatsApp link. If you're not part of the WhatsApp group, please join the WhatsApp group. There's 2 groups. If you're already part of the any of them, it's fine. But if you're not part of any, you can join using the link that I have shared on the chat. So thank you, and have a good evening where you are. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Please, can you reshare the link? I joined late.
The link is on the chat. I just shared it now.
Okay.
Well, you need to accept us in it.
Yeah, we'll do so. We'll do so. Just join. I will accept.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.